Hello, cats and kittens. We're alive, finally. And welcome to John Lennon Tribute with James and crew. We had a few false starts because the first one I accidentally had uh, um, deleted on the YouTube side. Then the second one, we had it on portrait because of the mobile thing, which is a pain in the ass. Then I had to delete that one. And then I had to put this one up where we got the landscape the way we wanted it. Oh, it was such a rigmarole to do this, but we're finally going. I got the lava lamps going in the background in honor of John today. And before we start, we are going to have, hold on, I gotta open that. We're going to have a moment of silence for John Lennon, who passed away on December 8th, 1980, 45 years ago tomorrow. So let's have a few moments of silence for John Lennon. All right, thank you for doing that. John is my favorite Beatle, if you don't already know. And he was born in 1940 on October 9th. And he's got an obsession with the number nine. So you have number nine Dream, you have Revolution 9, then you have number nine, number
Number
nine.
nine.
And as you can see, I'm wearing my John Lennon t shirt today for y'all. There we go. I'm glad everybody found the stream again. Sorry about that. The little snafu that was on my end. My bad. I didn't think that I actually deleted the YouTube side a couple of days ago because somehow it got put up twice. I don't know how I did that, how that happened, but I guess when I deleted the first one, it took out the YouTube side, but the StreamYard side was still there. Funny enough, but yeah. So we're going to talk about John Lennon today. I don't have a mixtape today. That's going to be for next week with Judah when she's back. So now this is our new switcheroo. So every second Sunday is going to be with Judah, and then the other Sundays will be with Rampage Video Dawson right here. So hello, Dawson. Welcome in.
Hey, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And before we start, I have to give my little shout out to Dave and Jen. I hope you guys are doing good. We love you. We miss you. We hope you can stop by and check us out at some point if you want. You're always welcome here. And I want to give a shout out to Judah and all the rest of the crew. And so let's get this party started. So I understand you have some little information about John Lennon, Dawson.
Yeah. So John Lennon was born in 1940 and in England. So he was part of the Beatles who brought the world the British invasion and some great pop music. So we'll probably trade stories back and forth, and we'll go between things you have to show and some of our story here. And so John Lennon was growing up, and he at a young age he moved in with his Aunt Mimi. So did he get along with his Aunt Mimi?
Not really. She was very strict with him, and she says, "You're not playing guitar. You won't get anywhere with that." And he begged and pleaded for a guitar for a long time. Then she gave in and said, and then when he started the Quarrymen, and so, like Paul and the friends would come, she had to say, "Go around the back." They weren't allowed through the front door because she was kind of a bitch like that, you know. She didn't
Okay,
like everybody coming in and disturbing her peace in the house. Hello, Jorgen. Welcome in.
Rogan.
Yeah, and once we do our little thing, we'll bring you up in a little bit there, Jorgen, because it's not going to be a 4 hour stream like we normally do with Judah. It's going to be about an hour and a half at the most. But we're still going to have lots of fun. Hello, Jimmy Nickel. I haven't seen you in so long. Sean was born October 9th, and Paul married Nancy on 9th of. Wow. Well,
Mm,
there's something. Well, I knew about Sean, but I didn't know that Paul married Nancy on October 9th. Well, there's something new.
over
You learn
ninth.
something new every day.
You sure do.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you a box set that I haven't shown in a while, and this is the John Lennon anthology. Ooh. And it says He tried to love reality or something like that. I don't know what it says, but
What's on the front there?
here I'm gonna make myself. I
Okay.
have to make myself big anyway. I know nothing you say about Lennon, so you go ahead and have a good time. Well, you're gonna learn something today, Jorgen. I'm glad you're here to support me today. All right, so I'll make myself big, and let's show you what it says. Sorry about the ring light there. Can you see that?
Okay. Yeah. He tried to love reality. Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to show you this box set. So inside we have all this. So we have well, we'll save the booklet for last. So we'll start with CD1 here. Oh wait, I have to show you this. There's John on the white piano. That's from the Imagine video
Yep.
when Yoko was opening all the curtains. And here's John's handwriting.
Hmm.
This is the lyrics for "Beautiful Boy" when you wrote for Sean. So the first one is "A Family Tree," Ascot in England. And I remember he used to live with in Tittenhurst. There, that's the name of the place. I'm not kidding.
I know. I know.
There's
It's
John in
funny.
his patio, and there's a little quote here. He says, "Sometimes you wonder. I mean, really wonder. I know we make our own reality, and we always have a choice. But how much is preordained?" And then we have the CD in the middle, and there's Ascot where he lived. And let's tell you what's on here. Working class hero, God, I found out, hold on, isolation, that's a good song. Love, mother, remember, imagine, take one. Fortunately, that's when they talk together. He and uh, fortunately, I love you. Unfortunately, and then they go back and forth between him and Yoko. And then, baby, please don't go. Oh my love, jealous guy. Maggie May, how do you sleep? God save Oz. Do the Oz. I don't want to be a soldier. Give peace a chance. Look at me. Long lost John. And yeah, so that's that one. Now we go to disc number 2. If I can get this back in here. Come on, get back in there. You know you want to. Whoops, I got it the wrong way. Should go that way. Ah, there we go. Now we have CD number 2, and this is New York City. Yes. There's John feeling the heartbeat of a sewer. Okay. The quote here says, "If I'd lived in Roman times, I'd have lived in Rome. Where else? Today, America is the Roman Empire, and New York is Rome itself." There we go. So the songs on here are New York City, Attica State Live, Imagine Live, Bring on the Lucy, Woman is the Bleep of the World, Geraldo Rivera, one-to-one concert, Woman is the Bleep of the World Live. Well, you know what it is, so
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it. It's So Hard Live, Come Together Live, Happy Xmas, War is Over, Luck of the Irish Live, John Sinclair Live, The David Frost Show, Mind Games, I Promise, Mind Games, Make Love Not War, One Day at a Time, I Know, I'm the Greatest, Goodnight Vienna, Jerry Lewis Telethon, A Kiss is Just a Kiss, Real Love, You Are Here. So that one's that one. Now we go to disc number 3, and then we have one more. And then I'll show you the booklet. The Lost Weekend. Ooh, sorry
Ooh.
about the glare. It's my ring light. And it's all white. That doesn't help, which is a pain in the butt. And there's John playing his guitar live in concert. Yes, we were separated in the early 70s. She kicked me out. Suddenly I was a raft alone in the middle of the universe. I was trying to hide what I felt what what I felt in the bottle. I was just insane. It was the Lost Weekend. And the palm trees in LA. And then we have the songs on here are What You Got. Nobody loves you when you're down and out. Whatever gets you through the night, home. And then whatever gets you through the night, studio. Yesterday, parody, Bebopalula, Rip It Up, / Ready Teddy, Scared, Stealing Glass, Surprise Surprise, Sweet Bird of Paradox, Bless You, Going Down on Love, that's a good one. Move Over Miss L, Ain't She Sweet, Slippin' and Slidin', Peggy Sue, Bring It On Home to Me / Send Me Some Lovin', Phil and John #1, Phil and John #2, Phil and John #3, When in Doubt, Fuck It, Be My Baby, Stranger's Room, Old Dirt Road. I'm not kidding, it says fuck it on there. I'm
Nice.
not kidding. All right, and the last disc is Dakota. We have the Dakota building here. Sorry about the glare. And inside we have pictures. There's John and Yoko in Central Park. And the quote is, "It's fear of the unknown. Unknown is what it is, except that it's unknown and it's plain sailing." And there's the front door to the Dakota, where John was unfortunately killed. All right, so CD #4, I'm Losing You, Sean's Little Help, Serve Yourself, My Life, Nobody Told Me, Life Begins at 40, I Don't Want to Face It, Woman, Dear Yoko, Watching the Wheels. That's one of my favorite songs, Watching the Wheels.
Mm.
I'm Stepping Out, Borrowed Time, the Rishi Kesh song, Sean's Loud, Beautiful Boy, Mr. Hyde's Gone, Don't Be Afraid, oh, in brackets, Only You, Grow Old with Me, Dear John, Something More, The Great Walk, Mucho Mungo, Satire 1, Satire 2, Satire 3, Sean's in the Sky, and the last thing is It's Real. And now we go to the booklet, which we have here. And here's the hype sticker that came with it. This was given to me. I didn't pay for this, actually. And hello, how you doing, Meowdy? Hey, Davis. I'll bring you guys up. I'll bring you and Jorgen up in a little bit after I do this. So we have the book now, and I'm not going to show that because there's some dirty pictures of the nudes that he did. So I'm not going to show that on camera. So we got John looking this way and looking that way, and then here's the book. And in the back we have John and cringe Yoko. Hello, everybody. I'm Yoko Ono, and I can't sing in the word. And then we have the pictures inside. Now, can anybody guess what this is from? What album cover comes to mind?
Imagine.
That's right. There we go. There he is, the white piano singing Imagine. There he is with Yoko. I love his handwriting. It's so cool. It's so different. War is over if you want it. Merry Christmas from John and Yoko. There he is with Phil Spector. John and Yoko on a bike ride. John playing pool. I didn't know he was a pool shark. Well, I guess we learn something new every day. There he is in concert with Elton John singing Whatever Gets You Through the Night when it went #1. With Sean in Central Park. Okay, this one I can't show. And that I can't show, and I'm not going to because, ugh. There you go. There's some nude photos in here.
I know.
There's the Statue of Liberty. Okay, I'm trying to find some good pictures. There's John and Yoko. Got John and Yoko there. Let's go on to the next picture. If the page will turn. Okay, here we go. Ascot. There we go. We got all the lyrics to all the songs. That's cool. And that's pretty much it. So you got to see the book. And I'm going to put the link out. And hey, Zeb. And we'll bring up Davis and Jorgen. If that's okay with you, Dawson.
Yep, you're the boss.
Yep. All right. I'll bring them up. I'll put the link out for them, and up they can come. All right. There, Davis and Don and Jorgen. There's the link. Come on up and join us all. Yeah. Oh, that would help if I make myself small. I forgot there's other people here. Yeah. So you have another story to tell us.
Yeah, so when again we go back to his childhood and his influences, I think he was maybe one of the older Beatles, and as he was growing up, during the wartime era. So I think, unfortunately for people of that generation, that was some of their earliest memories, where maybe some newspaper articles, there were some radio broadcasts, and that's just kind of what they grew up with at the time. But as we know, that the Beatles were a big part with John Lennon to create a more colorful and safe feeling world, uh, following the post war era.
Wow. Yeah. And I remember the big controversy in the '60s when John he didn't mean it in that way, but he when he said, "I'm not saying we're bigger than Jesus Christ as a person or whatever it is," you know. Remember that when that
Yep.
controversy was a big thing, and everybody was going to ban their Beatle records. The Ku Klux Klan was going to set them on fire or something. I don't know, but something like that. It's in the Beatles anthology when you see them talking, interviewing the KKK, and yeah, that was quite a big thing. But years ago, I was on Google one day at my library, and I was online, and that was the day long after he was dead. Then they forgave him for what he said. Why couldn't they have done that when he was alive? Why did they have to wait so long to do that? That pissed me off that day. I was like, why couldn't you say to John when he was alive? I wish there had been an email because I would have emailed them and crapped all over them
Mm.
because you don't do that. That's just wrong. Well, I hope they're going to come up. I put the link out for you guys. Come on up, Jorgen. Come on up, Davis, and whoever else wants to pop up. We have plenty of room. There's plenty of room at the end here. So I remember how well, when I first started getting into the Beatles, I started off with Paul, and I was listening to his greatest hits and all. And I had the soundtrack for "Give My Regards to Broad Street," the uncut version on cassette. Because if you have the vinyl, which I do, and I have the CD has everything, but they omitted a lot of songs from it, like "So Bad." There is a pain inside my heart. You mean so much to me. Well, that song is not there, and I think "Wanderlust" was edited, but on the CD you get everything. And I would play that thing back to back on the cassette when I get home from school. I was bullied a lot in high school. I come home, I cry, then I go in my room and I put on Paul McCartney and I start playing it. And then one day I went to my cousin's house and he had John Lennon rock and roll. And here comes the Jazz King, Jorgen. Hello, welcome.
Long time no see.
Yeah, we just saw each
Yeah.
other Friday, and he's back again for more action. All right, so I was in the middle of my story. So I went to my cousin's, and he had John Lennon rock and roll on cassette, and I'm like, ooh. I said, Kevin, can I borrow this? I'm just getting into the Beatles. I'm into Paul, but I've never really heard a solo John. He says, yeah, take it home, listen to it, tell me what you think. So I took it home, I put it on, and the first song that hit me in the face was Bebopalula. And I loved his take on it because I think I'd heard the Gene Vincent version years
Mm.
ago. And when I heard him doing it, well, Bebopalula, she's my baby. Bebopalula, I don't mean maybe. I just thought, wow, I love this. So I played the whole cassette. I couldn't stop playing it. I was like, I played it over and over, day in, day out. And then one night we had to go over for dinner to my uncle's again, and I had to bring the cassette back. But earlier in the day, my dad took me to the mall and he bought me my own copy because I could not stop playing it. It was such a great album, and I was very impressed by it, and so I got my own copy. And from then on, John became my favorite Beatle, and that's when I really heavily got into the Beatles. And I think it was yesterday or Friday, I'm not sure, but Rubber Soul is now 60 years old. Can you believe it?
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday to Rubber Soul. Great album. I own it. And then after that came Revolver right after it. Yeah. And I'm hoping we get a box set for Rubber Soul at some point because that's what everybody wants. But they decided to do the anthology first. You hear us, Yoko and Sean? Please bring out Rubber Soul or Paul McCartney if you're in on that too. I don't know who does it, but bring it out. We want a box set for Rubber Soul, please. And now let's bring Jorgen into the action. So, Jorgen, do you have anything new for us? Not this week?
Nope.
No?
It's been raining. It's been raining the entire week, so I haven't been able to go to records, then checking the records this week.
Oh my God. I have the UK one. Here, let me grab it. I'll show it to you. Let me get it. If I can get out of my chair. And I'm gonna grab the other one too. What the hell? I might as well grab both. Might as well take Revolver as well and show you both. All right, make myself big. I'll have to take it out of the sleeve here in a minute. But as you can see, Rubber Soul. And the way that the picture was taken, when they had the photo, it slipped down like this. That's why it's all stretched. And Paul said, "Oh, can we have it like that? I love it. Plastic Soul, man," he said. Plastic Soul. And then we have the actual vinyl in here.
So did they edit their eyes, or were they just like that?
It was like that.
Wow.
Because it stretched because the picture slipped when they were taking the photograph of it, and that's what happened. So that's how
okay.
It came out. And it's on Parlophone, so it's a UK pressing, as you can see. And here's the back. There you go. So we have on here, Drive My Car, Norwegian Wood, You Won't See Me, Nowhere Man, Think for Yourself, The Word, and to finish off side one, we have Michelle. Side two starts with What Goes On, Girl, I'm Looking Through You, In My Life, Wait, If I Needed Someone, and Run for Your Life. All titles composed by Lennon McCartney except for Think for Yourself and If I Needed Someone. Recording produced by George Martin. Yeah, so this is EMI. So that's that for Rubber Soul. And now we have another one that I love. Well, my friend Dave gave me this for my birthday a couple of years back. So it's on because I wanted the UK pressings. I want the original way. It's got to be the UK pressing.
Oh yeah.
And now this one was bought by my friend George Nanos, Wasega George, and he got it brand new because every other one he saw used was scratched up and it wasn't in good shape. He paid $34.99 for it, but he says, "I wanted you to have the best sounding quality you could get because my favorite song is on here, Eleanor Rigby." So we have Revolver. And do you remember who created this album cover?
Hypnosis.
Klaus Bormann.
Okay.
Yep, he did it. And I kept the hype sticker and everything. And of course, as you all know, this is on 180 gram vinyl and it's on Parlophone. And here's the back. And I'll read you the songs. We have Taxman, Eleanor Rigby, I'm Only Sleeping, Love You Too, Here, There, and Everywhere, Yellow Submarine, She Said, Side 2, Good Day Sunshine, and Your Bird Can Sing, For No One, Dr. Robert, I Want to Tell You, Got to Get You Into My Life. Now, a lot of people think Got to Get You Into My Life is a love song, but it's actually not. It's about the joys of smoking marijuana. I never knew that, but I looked it up, and that's what Paul McCartney said. I was not. I was surprised. I was like, "What? Really?" Because when you listen to it, it really sounds like a love song. And then, of course, the most famous trippy song on this whole album, "Tomorrow Never Knows," as we all know that one. So there you go, Revolver. Yeah. So that's that. And so, all right, you're up again, Dawson, for another
Europe
story.
again. When in Europe, do like the Romans.
Yeah, do like the
Um,
Romans.
so yeah, John Lennon lost his parents early on, but that's what he had in common with Paul McCartney, which also was around the same time happened. So early on in the Beatles' career, or even when it was just John and Paul, they had a lot in common. John Lennon, he originally did grow up in the council houses, but his Aunt Mimi had a little bit more social mobility. So she was living in a slightly larger house
Hey,
on top of
trucker.
the hill. What's that?
I said, hey, trucker.
Oh, Chucker.
Star
Okay,
trucker.
so she was there, so that gave them a little bit more space to play music, and John had a little bit of a break from his school life, and was able to enjoy some more of the necessities of life. When John was in school, he did get bullied as well. He felt different than other people, and he was also dyslexic, so he was having difficulties in school. So again, probably didn't get along too well with his teachers. And then they had to let his Aunt Mimi know about some of his grades, and that also led to a lot of daydreaming in class as a result. So John ended up started to create his own world, and this was the world that we were all welcome to be a part of. That he eventually let it grow, and that's what contributed to the creativity for his music.
Hello, Heartache. Who are you again? Because the YouTube's changed everything, so I know you have a wrench, but I forget who you are. You'll have to tell me who you are because YouTube's just changed everything, so it's hard to know what the nicknames are anymore. Oh, it's Andy. Oh, yes. Okay, Andy. Hello. Welcome in. Okay, yeah, because it's so stupid that they changed everything and you don't know who people are much anymore. Well, I know I recognize most of them, but you know, it's crazy when they do that kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's correct. Jimmy said that his father lived till 1976. So maybe a little bit still on the early end, but that was a good correction. Thank you, Jimmy.
I found out a tidbit a couple of years back. It was in April 2024. I asked my mom, said, "What do you want for your birthday?" I said, "I want the Beatles' first album, Please Please Me, on vinyl, but it has to be a UK pressing." Because I only go for the UK stuff. Because sometimes the American ones they mix up they put more John or they put more George or whatever. They switch it around, and I want the original way it's supposed to be. So I'm going to show you the very first album because I was shocked to find out something I didn't know because I always had it on CD, but they never showed this label. And when you see this, you're going to be wow when I show you this. All right, let me grab it. See, we don't always have to show John stuff. I mean, we can talk Beatles too because he was in the Beatles, so it kind of counts too. You know, we got to commemorate the Beatles, and I got to talk about the Beatles today, so I'm happy about that too. All right, if I can thing will come out. Come on. Oops, that's why I'm pulling out two things at the same time, what I don't want to do. All right. So this cost my mom about $45 on Amazon. I mean, you're paying for the Beatles, so it's going to be expensive, obviously. So now I'm going to make myself big, and what you're about to see will shock and surprise you. I didn't know about this till I actually got this vinyl. So it's on Parlophone, as you can see, their first album. I wanted in stereo. So we have their first album, Please Please Me. And so I'm going to take this out. Before I show you the actual vinyl itself, I'm going to read you what's on this album. And I'm going to show you something that's going to shock you, because I didn't know this till I did a review when I was doing it live. When I did my review of this album, when I listened to it, I didn't notice it till I was live. I'm like, oh, there's something I'm just seeing for the first time with all of you. So the songs on here are I Saw Her Standing There, Misery, Anna Go Tim, love that, Chains, Boys, Ask Me Why, Please Please Me, Love Me Do, P.S. I Love You, Baby It's You, Do You Want to Know a Secret, A Taste of Honey, There's a Place, and Twist and Shout. Now, for the most part, I didn't know this, but they switched the names around on the original songs that they wrote. Instead of Lennon McCartney, which is supposed to be, they put it McCartney Lennon. Can you see that? See, McCartney Lennon.
Oh yeah.
What's supposed to be the opposite of that? It's supposed to be Lennon and McCartney, because that's the way they decided on it. But on here, the first album, I don't know if that was a misprint or if it was supposed to be that way. Hello, Jenny. Welcome in. And now, this was only for the first album, because this album actually came out in 1963. And so what you're about to see, this was only for the first album. This is very rare with a gold Parlophone logo. And I didn't even know this existed. Only for this album. What do you think of that? Isn't that cool?
Parlophone.
That's because you're usually seeing the purple Parlophone label, which I showed on the other one before, but this one is very rare. So this is the only time they did this for the first album, and I was shocked to find that out. I was like, wow. Well, you learn something new every day. So there you go. Now I'm going to put this back in here. And this sounds amazing on vinyl. And always, what I do, even with my record player, because I only have a little briefcase thing, I don't need anything fancy with big speakers and surround sound and that. Because the only way to listen to music is through headphones. Because headphones, you hear every little detail much better than you would with the naked ear. And when I listened to this one, I had to listen to it twice. It was so good. It sounded so good. And I was like, oh my God, I really, really love this. And I got so excited about it. I said, I have to listen to it again. And then I think the very next day, I did a review. And I was like, wow. And that's when I noticed the McCartney Lennon. I didn't notice it when I opened it. I thought later Paul McCartney asked to have his name first credited. A few songs he wrote mostly, but Yoko refused to agree. Well, of course Yoko was going to do that. She controlled everything. She thought she was the boss. Well, she wasn't. I'm sorry to say that, Yoko, but you weren't the boss. You weren't even in the bloody Beatles. So you have no say in that. But in his early years, when he was at Quarrybank School, he started a skiffle group called the Quarrymen. And that's where he met Paul McCartney at the Fete in 1957 when he was playing Bebop-A-Lula live. And he was doing Come Go With Me by the Del Vikings, as you would see in the Beatles anthology documentary. He talks about that day, Paul did. And he said, Paul said that John didn't even remember half the lyrics
Hmm.
and Come Go With Me. So he was making up his own lyrics. But he said that was genius to do that, you know? I mean, if I forgot the lyrics, I would have to make up my own lyrics too. You know, just you have to keep going. The show has to go on. So no matter if you make a mistake, like I did today, trying to
Or me
set up the
too.
stream, the show has to go on. Did I panic? Maybe a little bit, but I wanted to get it right because now they have this new mobile thing where it's going to be straight up like this portrait, but you want it landscape, and that's what
Show
I
must
clicked the
go
wrong.
on.
Did you see that backstage too, Jorgen?
Oh, the show must go on.
Yes, it must. And so we got it going, and we're here. And may I never have to go through that again. Now I know to keep it on landscape, not portrait. And I'll have to warn Judah about that next week because now they got the portrait thing. Because that's confusing. When I first did it, not knowing that I deleted the YouTube side and the first one, they had the portrait right next to the landscape. I'm like, hide that thing. We don't want that here. But
Yeah.
I'm surprised I got backstage. But when we went live, the YouTube side was missing, and that's when I screwed up and made the portrait by mistake. And I had to cancel that one on both StreamYard and YouTube, and then I did it another time, and now we got it all right. And I thought everybody was going to miss out on the stream, but they all found me. And as you can see in the background, I have my lava lamps on in honor of John, make it a little more psychedelic and trippy. So I thought that would be cool. All right, Jorgen, do you know anything about Paul or John or and stuff?
Well, I heard a rumor. This is just a rumor that they might have been a part of a group called the Beatles. I don't know.
Well, as long as you know that, that's all you need to know. That's a good observation, Jorgen. I like that. Anyway,
I've by far more Paul McCartney stuff than John Lennon.
um, the one I just showed is a 2009 repressing reissue. It's not an original, but still, hey, I have it, and that's all that counts.
I have way more Paul McCartney stuff than John Lennon stuff. I only think I have just like starting it over on 45 and nobody told me. That's the only John Lennon stuff I own. So
Ah.
of him solo, that is.
And now I'm going to show you a rare Canadian pressing of Please Please Me, but it's a different title, and some songs were omitted. Then I'm going to read all the songs on Please Please Me again and all the songs on this one, and you're going to see the difference, what they took out. And where I found this one was in a thrift store. If I can get it out, not grab everything else. Come here. Come on. Stupid thing. That's it, James. Trip over your records. That's all you need to do. All right. So I got this in a thrift store in St. John, New Brunswick, back in 2018. I'd seen this on online a lot, and other people that had shown it in their Beatle videos, but I never thought I'd come across it. And it said on here it was 1999, and it's called Twist and Shout. And this is a very rare Canadian pressing. And this one here, okay, if you get the UK version, it's all black and white, and it says occasional very minor noise. Now, before I show you this thing, I went online when I got home to look it up on eBay. You know how much I got it for $19? You know what? It was going for over $300 on eBay.
Whoa.
This Canadian pressing. Boy, if I'd have known that information when I actually picked it up in the store, you think I would have told them? Hell no. Just like with you with that Stevie Wonder, Jorgen, when you looked it up. So this is called Twist and Shout. Now you're going to notice it's the same, but they're out of order. So I'll read you all the songs on here. Then I'm going to read to you the ones from Please Please Me, and you're going to see there's differences, but it's almost the same Please Please Me album, but a little different. So we got Anna Go to Him, Chains, Boys, Ask Me Why, Please Please Me, Love Me Do, From Me to You, P.S. I Love You, Baby, it's you. Do you want to know a secret? A taste of honey. There's a place. Twist and shout. She loves you. So now I'm going to read you the same songs, but you're going to see a slight difference. If I can get this out. Okay, here we go. I saw her standing there, which you see is not on this one, which is not on the Twist and Shout one. Misery, Anna Go to Him, Chains, Boys, Ask Me Why, Please Please Me, Love Me Do, P.S. I Love You, Baby It's You, Do You Want to Know a Secret, A Taste of Honey, There's a Place, and Twist and Shout. You see the differences? They omitted a couple of songs that are not on the original Please Please Me album. But having this, where's the vinyl? Oh, okay, it's in there. Is it? Better be in there. Huh. Yeah, okay, it's in there. All right, we're good. We're good. Okay, we're safe. Because it felt a little light there for a second, but can you imagine this being over $300 on eBay for a rare Canadian print? And it's always pink on the top or purple, whatever it is. But this, I'm sitting on a gold mine with this one. I couldn't pass it up because I'd seen it online and I said, I never thought in a million years I would find that out in the wild. So I said, I really have to grab this one. And then I decided to look it up online to see how much it was. And when I saw the price, I was like, oh my God. And I paid $19 for it. They didn't know what they had. They didn't know they had a gem right there. And I was very happy that I picked it up. And it's in good quality, good shape. It plays well, and there's not much crackling on it. And I think they clean the discs in this place because I hate when you go to a thrift store where they don't care about their albums. They just throw them out. You want to go to a place where they care about what they sell, because it makes more sense, to have good quality stuff. Don't you agree, Jorgen? Because you worked in the thrift stores. You should know about that.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, do most thrift stores care what they put out? That they want to have customers coming back to buy more?
I think most thrift stores think here, at least here, I can't answer for over there, but at least here, many of them think that put it out. People can look for themselves if they want it or not. We don't have to do the work for them, like that. I know it's the stupid thing to think, but that is what I think. I think many think that we save a lot of work by having people check for themselves.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Hello, Rose Dino Mask. I forget who you are. You have to tell me because YouTube's just changed everything. So I know you, but I can't remember what your name is. You'll have to tell me. Sorry about that. I just get confused that they changed everything. But I remember before I went to that goods thrift store where I found that Twist and Shout album, I went to one thrift store in St. John. They had records all over the floor, missing album covers. They were scratched up. It's like, why would you even put this out on display? You should be ashamed of yourselves. You're not music lovers. If you want music lovers to come in and buy stuff, keep them in their sleeves. Keep them clean. Don't let them get all scratched up. They just throw them topsy-turvy everywhere. I was not impressed. I looked through everything. I'm like, crap, 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 crap. I'm like, why are they displaying them like this? I was going to go up and complain. Like, what's this disaster over here? You call that a display for your records? Don't you even care? What if people want to come in and buy something and they get it home and it's warped or scratched? They're going to be pissed off, of course. I don't think that's a good idea. You want to go into a thrift store, you want everything in clean, pristine shape. No, some people don't give a shit. I don't like that.
Let's just also say that a lot of those thrift stores that I work in are work training places with unemployed people getting brought in to test to work and see what they can do and so on. And a lot of those people are put doesn't care about the places where they are put in. Some are put in clothing, some of them are put in books, some of them are put in music records, and I think that many of them are people that don't that much care about the stuff. It is not like that is the owners that actually stands there and sorts stuff out. It's unemployed people that just being brought in to have something to do.
Oh,
That then the results get what is get what it becomes.
yeah. Thrift stores are called charity shops in the UK. Is that the same in US and Canada? They're run for charities. Um, are they run for charities, Jorgen?
I think you can call thrift stores charities. It's basically the same. Uh, Many that depends on, but I hear that those that are being run by charity organizations are still called thrift stores in English words.
Wow. Yeah, I think if you're gonna work in the thrift store and you're gonna sell CDs or records or cassettes, you got to make sure they're in good shape because
Yeah,
that's what I do.
yeah. What they can do is make sure that at least when it comes to those that are where unemployed people are being the one working, they can make sure that the stuff are being put out in a way that it attracts people. But you can't force people to have an interest in the stuff. If the owner is not the one who is going to work at the with the stuff, then you have to say to the people that are working that, hey, this is a store. You need to make it look really good, of course.
Yeah, because that's how I'd run the store.
But because it's not. You can't say that everyone that works at thrift stores that have unemployed workers are that those are musical interested people. That is not necessarily the case.
Yeah. Do you go to a lot of thrift stores? Uh, um, Dawson.
Yeah, I got a problem with going to thrift stores. I go like every week. But yeah, Jorgen's right with most of the logistics that happened there. So I didn't go to a thrift store yesterday, but I was at the Niagara Falls Comic Con, and I went to a record booth, and he had several hundred records there. So I was flipping through them, and one of the labels at the front of the box, it said, "These records were cleaned on July 3rd, 2025." And so when you're saying about caring about records or taking care of records,
Hmm.
the guy at the record booth, I said, you know what? I just said it to myself. I'm like, oh, that's really nice. It says when the records were cleaned, and that I know when I buy a record from him, that my record will be in a slightly better condition than if I were to get it elsewhere because it says when it was cleaned. So
That's a
that
good
was a
thing.
nice addition to
Yeah,
my
yeah.
retail experience.
So Dawson, take over for a few minutes, because I pulled StreamYard off the taskbar, and I got it dropped out for a second, just fix everything up again. I hate when that
Okay,
happens. Well, at
so
least this is not major. I'll be right back.
yeah,
I'll be right
you're
back.
here live with John Lennon tribute with James and crew, Sir James, Bowie, Sinatra, Lenny White, Lennon, with Rampage Video and Jorgen S Records. Yep, okay, we're here in the Christmas spirit, and we're going to continue talking about John Lennon. So, okay, so he was bullied in school. He was having difficulty. And as you can see from some of his box set and some of the writing in the record sleeves, that his writing was slightly different. What happens with people with dyslexia is that they have to learn how to write in their own style and also think in their own style. So eventually, he was able to adapt and learn how to write and write things about personal letters, write about poetry, and write about his own creative outlet for him to go into his own world and write the lyrics he writes poetically uh, in his own style.
What's Jenny saying? Most of our thrift stores are charities. Expect items to be things folks couldn't sell elsewhere. Goodwill even takes any good stuff out to sell online instead of in store. Wow. Well, you know what, Jenny? I remember, I think it was 2 years ago. Jorgen was working in a thrift store, and they had them sort. He had to sort through all the stuff people would bring in, and Jorgen saw some really weird shit in there, didn't you, Jorgen?
I always do. That's the fun of working at thrift stores. You never know what's coming in.
And remember when you found that was it a Goofy phone or Mickey Mouse phone that you saw that somebody brought in?
I don't remember, but something in that close to that. But that is the fun thing about working in thrift stores. It can come in any kind of stupid thing. It can come in beautiful things. You never know what's coming in. That's the real charm of working in thrift stores.
I
But
know there was a Donald Duck phone because when you pick it up, it goes quack quack quack.
hey, Davis, I'll put the link up for you if you want to come up.
Davis.
Yeah. All right. Here's the link, Davis. There you go. Come on up and join the party. I'll bring you up. Yeah, it's it's amazing what thrift stores actually do sell, and you wonder. 'Kay, remember that time you told me somebody brought in a bunch of clothes and they smelled bad with mothballs or something?
Yeah, because at times when you're taking
Hey, Davis.
when you're taking like many thrift stores here, you give people the people are giving you stuff for free. People are going to use that also for to as a garbage can if they are very far away from the where you can go and throw stuff. They're going to dump stuff crap at the thrift store also. And there have been people throwing dirty stuff at dirty clothes to the thrift stores just because they can't they don't have the energy to go to a normal dumping place and throw it.
I gotta highlight this one. This is good. This is good.
Oh. Well, it
Would you,
smells so
Jimmy?
bad. Davis is covering his face.
I don't even think Davis would pay that
Yes,
much.
I am, motherfuckers.
So, Davis has something
that
he's going to show you that he got last week. Show him the skates and tell him how much you paid for them.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you're going to be shocked how much he paid for these.
I think he shaved his head with the skates too.
Oh, I just realized he shaved his head just now. Maybe he just done it recently. I haven't seen him in a couple of days, so we're all seeing this for the first time, folks.
Yeah, live debut.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if we had a false start. Oh, you shaved your head. Nice.
Looking good, looking fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, Nike Power.
This happened last Monday. So I got the X20s. I paid $2.16 for them.
Sweet. That's a good deal.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Bob, welcome in.
Bob.
Always nice
Yeah, I
to
took
see you,
my
Bob.
skate blade and it went like this until I didn't have facial hair.
Ah,
Like a true hockey player.
yeah. And tell everybody who your team is.
Oh, you should know by now.
Boston.
Yep.
Well, Davis Dawson here is a big hockey fan himself too.
As long as you're not a Maple Leafs fan or a Habs fan.
No, I'm a Maple Leafs fan. Unfortunately, we lost in overtime. But on my NHL, I've been playing as the Bruins. I've been playing as every team against every team combination. So now I'm playing Bruins against the Coyotes.
Mm.
The
And does your
Coyotes don't exist anymore, sadly.
Yeah, I'm playing NHL 15 that's just on my shelf right now. So
I was going
Ah,
to say that they were the original Winnipeg Jets before Atlanta moved back to Winnipeg.
wow.
See, I respect the Flames and the Jets just because they don't have rivalry with the Bruins.
yeah,
Mhm.
they're too far west.
Yeah.
So we're going to go a little off topic from John Lennon and the Beatles for a moment. Oh, wait. Let's see what Bob has to say first. Teams here are Rochester Amerks, AHL, and Buffalo Sabres, NHL. Okay, interesting. So now we're going to go a little off topic from John Lennon and the Beatles. And Dawson, do you have any upcoming concerts you're going to?
Yeah, so tomorrow, it's tomorrow. I'm going to see MGK and Julia Wolf. MGK is, one of the biggest artists in the world, and we all know him from The Dirt, hopefully, if you watch Motley Crue. And then yesterday was great too. I'll just tell you quickly about that. Yesterday was the Niagara Falls Comic Con, and I got to meet Bam Margera from Jackass. He's
Nice.
sometimes he will play in the band CKY. It's his brother's band. They play it's like rap rock. It's heavy metal, and I asked James, you wanted to know Tony Hawk's story. So he was telling me that when he was in fifth grade, he wrote a list, and and on his list he said, "I'm going to be a professional skateboarder. I will move to California. I will have a red Ferrari, and I will meet Tony Hawk." And he did all of that. And years later, his mom was looking around in some boxes, and she found the letter that he wrote in fifth grade, and she's like, "Have you seen this, Bam?" And he's like, "No, I haven't seen it in a long time." They said all of it came true, and so Bam told us that what he wrote down beyond his wildest dreams happened just because he was so stubborn and persistent. So that's your Bam story.
Oh, did he talk about when they built the half pipe to the house?
He just talked about that it was just out of necessity. He didn't want to go too far and travel to do that, so he made his own. But the question I asked him was, what was the camaraderie like? What was what was it like being with all these other personalities and people? And he said that there was a lot of camaraderie on the set with Jackass and Viva La Bam, but he always had to look over his shoulder. Everybody had to be like, okay, where's the next prank coming from? So is someone going to throw a mac and cheese in my face? Yeah, I didn't even feel safe. If I go to the outhouse, is it going to explode? You never know what was going to happen. So even though there was a lot of togetherness with people, very close quarters, at the same time, it was just a constant. He was just always had eyes at the back of his head. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh no, who am I going to prank? Who's going to prank me? And oh, are we going to get some good footage today? So
Mac and cheese on my face sounds fun. You want that, Bolson? We can arrange it. We'll get Bam to come throw mac and cheese in your face, nice and hot, with the cheese dripping off of it too. Yeah, but the ones I loved when they take the electric
I heard
razor and they
both of
go
them.
up to behind them, go. Zzzz. Remember that? They go up behind someone in Jackass and go. Zzzz, and they shave their head.
Both
But my
both.
favorite little guy there is Wee Man. I love Wee Man. He's funny. Oh, Wee Man's great. Remember when in the first Jackass movie, the very first scene they had when Johnny Knoxville goes to rent a car, and then he puts the inflatable plastic woman in the back seat. He goes to the demolition derby with it and smashes up the car, and he puts it back. And they're all like, "What the fuck did you do to the car?" Oh, that cracked me up. He takes it to the demolition derby and smashes it up. Like, is this all planned, or do like the actual people know this is going to happen? Like the dealership. I wonder
That's
if that.
the beauty of it, because half of it's planned and half of it's unplanned.
So maybe
So
they didn't really know this is going to go down. That he was actually going to take it to a demolition derby and smash it up.
yeah, that's the thing about Hollywood. You know, some things are behind the camera and totally staged, and some things are just like we never knew this was going to happen. Like there's no way that Bam wanted to be in that pit of snakes like that. I honestly believe that was totally by surprise because he's afraid of snakes, and he was
Mm-hmm.
telling me that. I'm like, you just don't know. You have to go like case by case, and you have to ask individual people or look at stories. But it's definitely
So,
very entertaining.
so was Ricky there?
Ricky was there. Yeah, no, I was right nearby him. I had my my signed Helix shirt, and I just wanted to be kind of casual. I'm like, hey Ricky, give me an R, and that's what they say in the Helix "Rock You" song. And so
Yeah.
he looked at me, give me the thumbs up, and then I just kept on walking by.
Oh, cool. Do you like Jackass, Davis?
No, I just watch FMW instead. Exploding barbed wire death matches is my Jackass.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever watched something like that before.
Fucking funk. What?
I don't think I've watched that before.
Oh, you would like it actually. I think there are some
Oh, yeah.
parts where because you're a horror fan, right? So
Mhm.
I don't think it would scare you. It's more of the why would he do that, kind of thing. But
Yeah, you'll have to
otherwise,
show me that sometime in the talk lounge. I want to see
yeah.
some of that.
Let's just say it's wrestling for people who think that WWE and AEW are a little too soft.
And here's a message from Bosun for you,
WWE's not
Davis.
wrestling. They're sports entertainment, and they haven't been wrestling
Yeah.
since '98.
Metalhead, nice to see you clothed.
Oh, really? You want me to show me titties?
No, keep your shirt on. Keep your shirt on. We don't want any of that right now. You can do that in the talk lounge, but not live on stream.
Bosom. I don't
Save
have
that for backstage.
So.
Yeah.
Bosom, I know you want to see my titties.
Oh my god, that's too funny. So Jorgen, what's new? What have you been watching lately?
I watched an old Swedish movie yesterday, and I watched Saturday Night's Main Event, the previous one.
Mm-hmm. So what's next on your wish list to get for albums?
I don't have any specific order. What comes. I don't know what will come. I'm always open to anything that's interesting. I've been hearing some a guy at work who will take me to a place that I was at just last summer that have records, and I'm going to go there and hopefully, I'm not saying that it will be happen, but hopefully be shopping at some jazz records back then.
Ooh. You must have quite the jazz collection now. It's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I'm satisfied. There will be coming a new video up during this week where I show my Duke Ellington collection.
Oh wow, that'll be cool. Need a sip of water. Ugh.
I filmed it today, and I will be editing it during the week.
Mm. Oh, okay.
I forgot what time it was. Oh shit.
Yeah. So on
That's
Wednesday,
next week. Okay.
I'm receiving a phone call at 3:00 my time, so I'm going to be a little late to Kate's stream, because I'm getting the results from my electrocardiogram results from the doctor, and I'm very nervous, and I hope it goes well.
Kickstart my heart.
Yeah, kickstart my heart. Yeah, Millie will have to give me a jump start if my heart goes out.
I didn't even have to say anything this time.
I beat you to the punch. I knew you were going to say something, Davis, so I thought, oh, maybe I can get it in quickly.
That's my thing.
And now I'm going to show you a very rare picture I have in a frame, and it's signed by someone that's no longer in the Beatles. But let me go get it. I'm not going to say what it is, and I'll show it to you. Hold on, let me go get it. If I don't fall over. Whoa, stupid headphones.
Do you have a favorite Beatles song, Davis?
Probably Helter Skelter or Back in the USSR.
Some early heavy metal.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe Yellow Submarine, just because when I have my headphones on, it's two different, like you can hear singing in one ear and all the instruments in one. That's really cool. And it's like you take it out and you only hear the voices and you don't hear the instruments. It's really fun to kind of like just cut off, if you will, you know?
I think mine is A Hard Day's Night. I like the riff in the middle of the song, right in the bridge.
Now,
it definitely is a great one, but
what are we talking about? What I meant?
My Loving.
Oh, All My Loving. Okay. Oasis. I don't really have one, but Oasis is a good band. So now, I put the wrong thing. Okay, there we go.
To name a few, I would say Do You Know What I Mean? And I love Wonderwall. I love entire What's the Story Morning Glory album is fantastic. Don't Look Back in Anger. Thank you, Rampage. That was
Don't Look Back in Anger. I love that one. Oh,
but I'm one of them who think that 1997-year-old Be Here Now is way underrated. They have been saying, some have even been saying that is the Britpop's death, but I think it is a fantastic rock album. So I say Be Here Now is very underrated, in my opinion.
Now, what I'm about to show you guys is very rare. And this is the youngest you're ever going to see the Beatles look. With Pete Best, and it's signed by Pete Best.
Whoa.
A friend of mine gave me this all the way from England.
God.
My friend Darren McNally said, I want you to have this. I'm like, but this is yours. You got this from Pete Best. He says, you're a bigger Beatles fan than I am, and you deserve to have this. So he gave me this. And this is before Ringo stepped into the scene. And now I'm going to show you something else that he gave me. I can't believe he gave me this because this thing is expensive. This is from the Royal Mint. This is a John Lennon commemorative coin.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Isn't that cool?
Wow. Wasn't expecting that.
Let me take the booklet out here. John Lennon, base-proof coin from the Royal Mint. Yeah.
Holy shit. How many were made? Do you know?
I don't know. Let me read this. Named after both his father and grandfather in Winston Churchill, John Winston Lennon was born on 9 October 1940 in Liverpool. He became a prolific singer-songwriter and a founder member of one of the most successful bands of the 60s, the Beatles. The Beatles revolutionized the sound, style, and attitude of popular music and soon rose to worldwide fame. Following the breakup of the Beatles in 1970, Lennon launched a solo career, revealing a complex nature and acerbic wit in his music and writing, on film and in interviews. In his latter years, he was celebrated for his work with his wife, Yoko Ono, as a peace activist. The whole world mourned him when, on December 8, 1980, he was assassinated outside his home in New York City, USA. Um, the coin celebrates the legacy of John Lennon, which goes far beyond uh, the global reach of his music. Indeed, his powerful message of peace and love, evident in both his art and music, continues to uplift and inspire us. Little wonder then, little wonder then that he is now considered to be a truly great Briton, and they spell it Briton. And and here's the coin specifications. I don't know if you can see this well. Can you see that?
Most of it, yeah.
That's wow.
So I am happy to have this thing. So there it is. I'll show it one more time. John Lennon. Look at that.
That's crazy that you have that. Yeah. Wow.
I was surprised. I was surprised when I got a package from my friend Darren, and that was in there. I was like, "What?" And I texted him right away. I said, "Darren, did you just give me your John Lennon Royal Mint?" And he said, "Yes, I did. I gave that to you because I wanted you to have it." I said, "But that's yours." He said, "Well, you're a big John Lennon fan. I wanted you to have that for your collection." And I also got this from a friend, which I'll show you. So I put my John Lennon thing back over here. And then I'll show you this.
Oh,
ow. Now this is cool. You're gonna love this. Oh, my nose is. Yeah. Okay. Oh, stupid chair. Damn it.
No twerking.
Mm.
You didn't hear that.
Ooh, the Who tonight, huh?
Are
It's
you
funny.
twerking in your chair again?
It's a wonder you mentioned the Who, because this morning I was listening to classic vinyl on Sirius XM, and they played Baba O'Reilly. Teenage Wasteland. Love that song. Classic.
I'm a Teenage Wasteland.
Are you? Okay. Good for you. Okay. So I got this little music box. It says the Beatles on the front here. And there's Abbey Road. That's from Help. There's the Apple, Beatles.
Please, somebody.
The Beatles. And then it opens like this. I don't know if this will sound right, but I'll try it. I'll put it near the mic.
Holy sheep shit. That scared me.
Let it be.
Yeah.
Yay.
Now, YouTube, don't copyright me for that.
It's hardly the original version.
Well, even a facsimile, they can they'll nail you for anything. Even that little snippet I played. I hope not. Oh, Zeb. I risked it there, Zeb. I know I did. I went out on a limb, but I said I have to try because I wanted to hear what the music box sounds like.
All right, James, I got to get going soon.
All right.
Just want to say thanks for having me on here today, and with Davis and Jorgen and the crew, we get to share some stories about John Lennon on his on his birthday.
Tomorrow it'll be 45 years that we lost John.
Yeah. Go. Try not to drop it.
I'm okay.
I got
I'm okay.
my piggy
I'm
bank
good.
here with the best team in the league on it.
When was the last time you guys won a Stanley Cup? I forget.
It's been about 60 something years.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was 1967. You know how old my mother was? About a week old. So.
Oh.
I tell you this, I seen at a sports convention, I seen Wayne Cashman in person, and also
Really?
the guy with the Jerry Cheevers. Yeah, Jerry Cheevers. People who've actually won the cup with the Bruins, playing alongside Bobby Orr back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing, man.
I love Bobby Orr so much.
And with that, number 4, Bobby Orr. Have a great day. Peace.
Peace and love. And
Peace
before
and
you go, we have to do our song. We have to do it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Tatanka. Big
Big
Tatanka.
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 Buffalo.
Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Big
Big
Tatanka.
Tatanka.
Tatanka. Buffalo.
Buffalo.
That's for you, Kate. We love you.
My God, bro. I don't want to fucking hear it, man.
And now we got Jorgen and Davis. Well, we'll go a little bit longer. I'm not going to stay 4 hours today, but we'll stay a bit longer. We'll keep the party going because we still have people here. So you know what? Why not? Might as well just go a little longer if you want. I don't know how much more I'll take because I've done a lot of talking so far.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not eating any dinner yet, so I'm starting to get hungry.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to shut it down soon. And then later on, Davis, if you want to go in the talk lounge.
Yeah, I was going to do that. That was my original plan with Judah. Because I thought the Patriots had a game today, but I didn't check the date. So it's actually next week. We have a bye.
If you're in the talk lounge with Judah, I'll pop in. Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, I want to thank everybody for being here today. It was fun. A little shorter, but Judah and I will be back next Sunday with our regular 4-hour stream that we do, and it'll be our Christmas party, and it'll be our last stream till January 11th, till after Christmas. But we'll be back to do it all for you again, and Dawson will bring us some great stories with me, and we'll still entertain you every Sunday. So I want to thank my peanut gallery. I want to thank Dawson for being here. I want to thank Davis and Jorgen for being here today. And as I say in my channel, Beatles forever. Peace and love, everybody. See you on the next one. Bye for now. As we end the stream. End stream.